G'day everyone, StatChat Sports here. I'm TB and we got Stevo here.
Hey guys, how you going?
How's your weekend, mate?
Oh, it was pretty good. Nice and relaxing. Liverpool got a win, so I'm happy.
That's good, mate. It's good. We're going to be doing a bit of a recap of the weekend's football. We're going to be doing a preview, looking at this week, and we'll also be even giving a bit of a team of the week. So it'll be good to see if you guys agree with our picks. How did you see the action this weekend, mate?
Yeah, it was a good week, pretty action packed. We got a few predictions right. We didn't agree on all of them, I think, but we would have got a few picks there, if we were betting. But definitely shored up a title race between two teams rather than three now, I think.
It's a two-horse race for sure, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Plus a result, including Chelsea, which we'll touch on a little bit later. But I think it's a no-brainer. Given City won, obviously, the 1-0. We both picked it. Convincing-ish, I'll say.
Yeah.
I mean, they controlled the game in the way that City do, but and Chelsea didn't offer a whole lot of threat. But being a 1-0, obviously anything could have happened at any time. But I'm not surprised at that result.
Nah, not at all. It's Chelsea were a little bit. I felt hesitant, I suppose, to really try anything. As soon as they were going forward, it just felt a bit haphazard. Just what are we doing? Where are we going?
Yeah,
there just didn't seem to be any cohesiveness in their play.
Yeah,
very disjointed. Ziyech, there was some awful touches from him.
Yeah, definitely.
There was that Lukaku where he tried to play the ball through. I think it was just
got it all wrong.
Halftime.
Yeah, got it all wrong.
He did. I mean, had Marcos Alonso on his left. Should have said it to him on his left. Would have been sweet, but it was just disjointed. It was a shame because it could have been a really good game. I mean, top two. It should have been a great game, but it was. Definitely. It just felt a little bit. It wasn't like we said. It wasn't convincing, but City just looked like they're in control.
Yeah,
for a good 80% of that game.
Yeah, definitely, 100%, 100% agree with you, mate. What was next? Oh, the bottom of the table clash, just about Newcastle Watford. I actually think I picked a draw for this one, from memory.
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, I think you had Newcastle down to win.
Yeah, that was more out of hope.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, look, it's one of those results where nothing changes at the bottom there, for either side. A really nice goal from Saint Maximin, must be said. If you saw it, that's what he does. He picks up the ball, runs at defenders, but
he's special. He's definitely special.
He is definitely, and he's one that they can build a team around.
For sure,
definitely. But, I mean, look, not a lot to touch on there. It was a bottom of the table clash that ended up not really helping either team out. So
it doesn't change anything in the grand scale of things, and we move on.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, I mean, one result that might put a little bit of pressure on is Norwich's win at Everton.
Absolutely.
We're not expecting that.
No, none of us picked that. I know that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, they did the damage early. Inside 20 minutes, they were 2-0 up. I mean, it's Everton. They it seems like they're
in a bad way.
Plays the time. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Norwich are nowhere near safety still. They're still in not a safe spot, but
I think it got them off the bottom. So still. It's okay. I mean, 3 points at that. At the bottom of the table is huge.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's they're still in trouble.
Yeah, definitely. And a result that costed Rafa the job.
I think we all saw that coming. The run of form had just been awful, and I mean, you're losing to teams below you when you're that far below. A team, I mean, Everton haven't been setting records, but they're also not. They shouldn't be that awful.
No.
And when you're in that situation, you got to go.
Yeah. Look, it was a managerial move that just never seems right with me anyway. I don't know if that's because it's of a Liverpool fan. You don't expect an ex-Liverpool manager to take charge of Everton, but it just didn't seem like the right fit. And it seemed like Everton fans as well almost weren't fully behind him for those maybe those sort of reasons as well. Or maybe they just didn't back him as a manager. I'm not sure, but it just didn't.
I'm not sure they were ever convinced.
No,
I'm not sure they ever thought that he was the right man to lead them. And I mean, they were right, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely. So I believe Duncan Ferguson stepped in now, probably until the end of the season. So
as an interim,
it's not the first time he's done it. He's done it before. So the Everton fans are a big fan of him. So they'll back him for the rest of the season. But it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Yeah, of course. Yep, definitely.
Yep. Who we got next?
Wolves, Southampton, I think.
Wolves, Southampton. Yeah.
That was I didn't see Wolves scoring 3 goals. I think I touched on in the last podcast saying I just didn't think their defensive record was amazing, but they weren't really scoring goals for fun. But there you go.
Yeah,
put 3 past Southampton, and Southampton. I mean, they took it to them. They definitely. It was a back and forward game, but Wolves just put them away. I think Southampton just aren't. Their defensive record has been pretty average lately, and this shows.
Yeah, definitely, 100% agree. Like I like Wolves and like a couple of their players in there. I think I'm pretty sure I had them to win, but not. Yeah, that's one of those middle table battles that could have gone either way, but Wolves ended up taking it. So
I do have a couple Wolves in my team of the week.
Oh, okay.
I will say that.
Yep. Funnily enough, I might have a couple as well. So
okay.
We'll touch on that later for sure.
We will.
Yep. Villa and United. I wish Villa had taken the points there, but it was a really good game.
It was a great game.
Probably not on the side of United fans, but as a neutral, I'd say it was quite entertaining.
Yeah,
United had control, and then a certain magician stepped onto the park and changed it for him. But
the little magician. Welcome back, Philippe Coutinho.
Yeah,
how good.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Good to see him. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's good to see him back in the Prem, and it looked like he really enjoyed himself out there.
Yeah,
you seen him on the park for Barcelona recent times and stuff like that. It almost looks disinterested, but he looked to be back to himself there.
That first goal, I don't think he was credited with the assist, but it sure looked like he was instrumental.
Yeah, definitely
in that play, and just the 1-2 touches, and then laying it over to Ramsey.
Yeah,
for that goal, it was just typical Coutinho stuff.
Yeah, and Ramsey returned the favour later on. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that was it wasn't a spectacular finish, but it was a good finish considering. I mean, a second before it looked like he was about to trip over his own feet. It looked pretty awful. I was like,
it did.
What's he going to do? And he managed to bury it. So,
it's a position that I don't think many people are familiar with Coutinho finding himself in. He's not really that inside the box kind of poacher. That almost was a bit of a poacher's finish, but he's obviously they were chasing.
He found at the back post like that. He's the one pulling the strings, pulling the passes, not finishing them off. So it was a. Yeah, considering his game, it was a decent finish.
Yeah.
And
it was a breath.
Pop it over De Gea like that was quite nice. Yeah.
It was a breath of fresh air to see him back in the Prem running things, and hopefully he continues. I think he will. So, definitely. Liverpool and Brentford. We both picked the win on that one. We'll try to keep it short, because we can go on a rant about Liverpool, but we'll try to keep it short. We're expecting them to get the job done. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was their Liverpool definitely weren't at their free flowing best.
It wasn't clinical. No.
Look, I mean, Brentford had a couple of chances. They had that sort of. I think they might have only had one on target, and it was the one inside the box. Alisson made the save, but you can always look dangerous. It was almost like they were real pressing, but they were just missing that final ball or that final shot right at the end. But yeah, we'll take the 3 points. It puts us in second spot now. So
yeah.
with
a game in hand too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
still got a game in hand.
Still got a game in hand. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's look, yeah, it's obviously going to be a mountain to climb, but we've seen stranger things.
Yeah,
but
look, we saw City do it a couple years ago. Now, they were about 15 points behind a little bit early on in the season, but they hit that stride, and I don't think they dropped a game. So look, it's definitely not impossible.
In the world of COVID, anything is possible. So it remains to be seen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Look, David, I'd have this one down as probably the game of the week. Personally.
Without a doubt. This was an absolute raging game. It was awesome.
Yeah. Very back and forth. We're talking West Ham Leeds, of course. Leeds ended up taking the chocolates 3-2 on that one. But Harrison with a hat trick. Some
unlikely superstar.
Definitely an unlikely superstar, but some nice finishes in there. I don't know how that affects West Ham on the ladder at the moment. Of course, because Arsenal and Tottenham didn't actually end up playing. Their game was postponed, so they probably still sit fourth for now. But
games in hand, I think Tottenham should move ahead. Eventually. But they've got Leicester this week, and who knows what that could bring. So you never know.
Absolutely. But look, a ripper of a game anyway. Definitely, not many people would have had Leicester. I didn't. I had West Ham. Sorry, not many people would have had Leeds. Excuse me.
Leeds,
but I had West Ham definitely.
That
shows the spirit of Leeds, and they can beat anyone on their day. I'd say.
Just it shows when they play their brand of football. They're when they're on their game, they're a great team.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But we're recording this on Wednesday. This morning there was another game played, Brighton-Chelsea. That was a bit of a spicy one.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen a hell of a lot of it, but just to see Chelsea drop more points, it's quite shocking. I mean, they were flying ahead at the start of the season, and here we are, and they're just completely falling off the perch.
1 win in 9 Premier League games.
1 win in 9.
1 win in 9 Premier League games.
You're kidding me.
A mixture of draws and losses as the remaining results, but 1 win in 9 that's
a monumental collapse.
Yeah, absolutely, and that well and truly has now taken them out the title race, I think. Look, we look at
it's barely a 2-horse race, and
it is.
It cannot be a 3-horse race.
No. Liverpool are hanging on with their clutches. Currently 8 points behind, with you said, a game in hand. If they win that, that'll take them to 5. Their only chance of catching City is obviously continuing to win that catch-up game, continuing to win. But then when we verse City in April,
it's going to be crucial.
We have to beat them.
It's non-negotiable.
And even
100%.
that will still only take us to 2 points behind, given us and City don't drop points till that point. That will still only take us 2 points behind, which is obviously a lot better than 8, but it's still obviously City. It still means results need to go our way. Yeah. And we all know Liverpool, sometimes they can drop the odd point here and there, which they can't afford to do. City, I can't see City dropping points anytime soon.
They're rolling.
Yeah,
they're
even
absolutely
to the likes of United or Tottenham and stuff like that, they'll breeze through them. So it's it's Liverpool or nothing, I think.
Definitely. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, 100%. Look, we can move on to this week's preview. Got a lot of games here, a lot of games to cover.
There are, yes. A couple of double-up fixtures too.
Yeah, a couple of double-ups. I think these might be a couple of catch-up games even, potentially.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. I got, like I said, as of right now, Wednesday, tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. Got 2 games: Leicester Spurs and Brentford United. How do you see those two going?
Well, Leicester haven't played this year
Okay.
in the league.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, they've played football since, obviously, but yeah, a genuine top tier opponent.
Mm.
It's going to be interesting. Are they going to be caught flat in their feet? I think they will. I think Spurs will get the job done. They had their last game postponed due to COVID against Arsenal.
Yep.
I think, yeah, Tottenham will have enough. Leicester are missing a few AFCON.
Yep.
No Ndidi, no Iheanacho.
Yep. Ndidi's a big one.
Yeah, it's huge. I just think they're missing a few pieces there that might just cost them. Yeah, I'm thinking a 2-1 win for Spurs.
Okay. Yep. Like Leicester, they can't seem to hit their stride this season. Not a lot of change to their squad over the last 2 years. They've performed well those 2 seasons, but something about this season, I don't know how greatly they've been affected by COVID compared to everybody else, but something's just not clicking there. I'll probably back Spurs here as well. To be honest, I think I'll go 2-1 as well. Yeah.
Brentford United. What's your opinion on that game?
I think it's so hard at the moment with Manchester United. I feel you can't you can't comfortably say that they're gonna win a game of football at the moment.
You can't. No.
You can't. You really can't. But I am gonna back them this time. I believe they had a few players out again against Villa for COVID, as many teams do. Who's coming back in? Obviously, we're not too sure at this point, but yeah, I think United will win relatively comfortably, maybe like a 2-0.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've got them winning comfortably as well. Brentford albeit against Liverpool, looked pretty toothless. I've got them scoring just because United haven't exactly been
great defensively.
short up at the back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've got a bit of I wouldn't say goal fest, but 3-1 to United. I think this might be, they can not take the shackles off so much, but they can let loose a little bit. I think this would be the game where they half figure it out.
And it's a game where Ranić, the team, should I say, can really prove to Ranić what they're about. They haven't quite blown up.
They could really
since he's come in.
really express themselves, I think, in this game. I don't think. I mean, the pressure's building, but Brentford aren't top tier opposition. Yeah, I think this would be the game where they get themselves back on track.
Yep. I think so as well. Another bottom of the table clash. It just keeps coming for Watford at the moment. Norwich there, away for Norwich, should I say? That's another big game in the grand scheme of things for the relegation battle. You see Watford getting definitely 2 in a row, or
Norwich 2 in a row?
Norwich 2 in a row. Do you see it happening?
Yeah. I see a 1-1 draw. I see another boring, nothing game at the bottom of the table that we just gloss over next week.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But no, I don't know. Watford, I don't know what it is about them, but I think, I just think they've got too much for Norwich, but I just can't see Norwich. I don't know. It just feels like a bit of a gross game.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of it. It's such I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a tough one. You can definitely see a draw there. But I think it'll be like a 1-0 Watford. Like you said, it won't be an amazing game to watch as a neutral, but Watford 1-0. I think that's probably a pretty safe bet.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. What have we got next? Everton Villa. Up next.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting with if Ferguson is in charge. What is he going to do? Is he going to change the personnel? El Ghazi's just come in.
Yep.
Did he play on the weekend?
He was
Not.
on the bench. I'm unsure if he came on or not,
Okay.
but he
Okay.
didn't start. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if he hands him an Everton debut.
Yep. Yep.
I'd
Against
say,
his old club.
why wouldn't you? Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
probably have a point to prove.
Mm.
Um, at this point, try something else.
Yeah. You may as
There's
well.
no point going in with what was there anyway.
Yep. Yep.
Throw the magnets around, see what you
Yep.
can do.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see what. I mean, Villa are rolling. Well, not rolling, but they're playing better football.
Mm.
A 2-2 draw at United. Oh, sorry, it was at Villa Park, wasn't it?
It was at Villa Park, yeah.
Yeah, a 2-0 draw against United isn't anything to sneeze at.
No.
If you Villa
To come down, still saying that to come back from 2 down is you'd be happy about that.
To say that the first goal in that game was a goalkeeping howler.
It was, yeah.
Martinez just absolutely ballsed up. That was, and so really it was. They didn't do all that badly.
No,
it really shouldn't have. There really shouldn't have been a draw if you want to take goals away and rah rah rah. It's they were pretty unlucky there.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah. So are you going to draw or here or?
No, I'm going 3-1 Villa.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I think Villa will win this one too. I mean, whenever a new manager comes in, you always seem to just get an instant something from the players. I don't know if like if you're trying to prove a point, something like that. I know Ferguson's been there the whole time anyway, but it's it's still a refresher for the players.
Yeah,
but I think they're running into an informed Villa at the moment, so I think Villa will win it as well. I'm gonna go 2-0 though.
Okay.
On this one. Gerrard, obviously, his first trip to Goodison as a manager at Villa, so probably a few boos ring out there, but we've seen he can take it at Old Trafford, so he won't phase him. So
I like it.
Yeah. Yep. Brentford's second game in the space of about 3 days against Wolves. I think this is another Wolves win. I think Brentford will lose again. It won't be convincing-ish, we'll say. I'll go 2-1 Wolves.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've got Wolves 2-0 just because I think their defense has been quite good.
Yeah.
It just Traore scoring on the weekend.
Yeah, first one of this season.
Yeah, I'm keen to see him try and kickstart this year.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to give him all it's going to do him the world of good, finding the back of the net there. I think he's going to continue on.
He's an exciting player when he's in his element.
Yeah, I mean his game hasn't been altogether bad. It's just he hasn't put the end product.
Yeah,
with the game that he's been playing this season. So it's been maybe an unfair reflection, but in his position, obviously goals and assists.
Yeah, that's what
you're there to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's what you're paid for. So but I think 2-0. I think it's Brentford just aren't going to be able to get past that defense.
Yeah. No, that's a fair call. Definitely, absolutely.
What do we got? Leeds, Newcastle next up. How do you see that one?
I see a Leeds win here. I think they'll that huge win at West Ham will give them a push.
Sure, I'm on.
Yeah, definitely.
Agreed.
Against the Newcastle team that still hasn't done a great deal to convince me otherwise so far since the new owners have come in. But yeah, this is I'll go 2-1 Leeds.
Yep. I've got 2-0 Leeds. Yeah, of course we touched on Alan St. Maximin and his goal.
Yeah.
As 5th of the year. It's it was huge. Yeah. I'd love to see him score again, but I can't see it happening.
Yeah.
I mean Leeds, I don't know if you've seen was it the last play of that game, the Leeds West Ham game. The Melier, the goalkeeper.
Yep.
Huge save. It was ended up being chalked going in, but chalked offside.
Oh, okay.
But it was, he was huge.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's big for them.
yeah.
He's a good young keeper.
Yeah,
them. Definitely someone they would want to hold on to for sure.
For sure, yeah. And Rafinha is just tearing up the season.
He's class.
I don't know if you saw the free kick attempt.
Yeah, I did see that one.
They hit the upright.
Yeah, it's a rocket.
Boy, if that went in.
Yeah.
That was a stunner.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a shame. Like you said, would have been nice to go in. It would have lifted the roof off the London Stadium from the Leeds fans. But he's class. He's class. He adds a bit of that flair to their side.
It's definitely. I think Bielsa, he loves a bit of that. So
he does. For sure.
He's using it to good effect, and I think Leeds are just gonna have too much here.
Yep. I would agree. United West Ham, another big potential in the top 4 race for the two of them.
It's a tough one. I don't really know where either of these teams. I don't know where United sit. West Ham are there or thereabouts, and they feel like they're both in that same bracket at the moment.
Yeah.
They're just pushing, trying to get a top 4. Probably not going to be there. They're going to find themselves in a Europa spot, most likely. It's going to be. I've gone to West Ham 2-1 win.
Okay.
I mean, is that Old Trafford? Yeah, I just think West Ham were unlucky losers possibly last week.
Yeah, you could say that.
Leeds were good, but West Ham didn't put themselves to shame. They definitely created chances.
Yeah.
Bowen on his goal streak again, continues his good form, but I mean, they've got their shooting boots, or they've found their shooting boots more than United have, and that's purely why I'm backing them.
Yeah. I was initially thinking like a 2-2 draw, but what you just said at the end there sort of almost changed my mind to a 2-1 win for West Ham as well. I think Antonio and Bowen will cause their United back 4 trouble
as a duo there.
Yeah,
they're creating havoc.
Yeah, and I think at the moment West Ham's midfield is probably, of course it depends who plays, but I think West Ham's midfield is probably a little bit more solid than United's at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
They can definitely control that area of the park.
For sure. Yeah,
and I don't see United scoring crazily in that against that back 4 or back 5, depends what they do, like a back 5 West Ham.
Yeah,
but they're very strong aerially, West Ham. So yeah, we'll see. Not that United are a huge team in the air. Obviously, everyone knows Ronaldo can jump the size of a skyscraper, but
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you can't.
He's a freak.
He is a freak, but he'll have to content with 2 or 3 centre backs, depending on the shape that they go for. But I'll change my mind and I'll say a West Ham 2-1 win as well.
Okay, cool. We're I think that's the first one we've come to a consensus.
Yeah, you're probably right. Actually, you could be right. Yeah. Yeah.
What do we got next? Southampton City. This to me has bloodbath written all over it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to be graphic, but this could get ugly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be a Southampton player this week.
Absolutely not. The only saving grace is it's at St. Mary's. So maybe that finds them a little bit of strength to not concede 7.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
yeah.
Southampton are prone to being on the wrong end.
Yeah.
Of a few horrible scorelines.
Absolutely.
Was it Leicester 9-0?
It was
that last season?
Yeah.
So
it could have been the season before, actually, but yeah, you're right. It was
possibly,
yeah.
It's when the going's bad, when the going's tough, they seem to roll over.
Yeah, so, definitely.
Yeah.
I think City will put at least 5 past them this week. City are due for a big win.
The Drew are just a whitewash, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They are, and I think it'll be at the route of Southampton. So yeah, like I said, unfortunate to be a Southampton player this week, but I think they're going to get smashed.
Yeah, agreed. I've got them at 4-0. So
okay, yeah,
we're almost there.
We're almost there.
consensus
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Wolves hadn't been scoring and they put 3 past them.
Yeah, exactly.
When you consider that, then I mean, yeah, 4-0 is probably unders. If City can't put more than that behind them, then that's either Wolves played out of their skin or City are just
City weren't quite on their day that day.
Yeah,
or they
exactly.
they got 3 and then said, this is good enough. We've got to just relax now.
Southampton waved the white flag.
Yeah.
Mercy rule.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. We've got Arsenal Burnley next. We're almost there for the end of this weekend's games, but Arsenal Burnley. Arsenal obviously had a week off due to COVID, of course. You can imagine this game will probably go ahead, probably with a.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, fixtures are going to get thick and fast for them because
definitely.
I'm not sure where they're sitting in games played, but I don't think it's the first one. Well,
it'd be probably around that 18 to 19 mark, I reckon. They've played.
So
they've definitely got a couple.
They're going to be behind the 8 ball.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I'd probably Arsenal. I'd still go Arsenal with this one. Burnley have a depleted squad of their own. We touched on last week, but I don't see Burnley getting a lot out of this game unless Arsenal just have one of their real bad days, which they're capable
which they're prone
of.
to.
Yeah, but
they're not invincible.
No,
not at all. Like any other team, but
on the other end of the
Arsenal
spectrum, they
also
can come out and play out their skin and put 3, 4 in. But I'll go 3-1 Arsenal this week.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna go. Actually, I haven't got a prediction for this, so let's go. I'm thinking. I'm gonna go 2-0. 2-0 Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think. Burnley losing Chris Wood. I just can't see them. I mean, Chris Wood isn't a superstar, but
no,
Burnley aren't exactly a team of Galacticos either. So, how do you? They're gonna. I can't see them troubling Arsenal too much.
No, definitely not. Not after their defensive performance against Liverpool in the FA Cup or the Capital One, whatever it's known as these days. Yeah,
Carabao.
Carabao. That's it. That's the one. It's gone through so many name changes, but
that was the old Carling Cup.
Carling one. It's gone through a few. But I mean,
it was the Carling last time Liverpool won it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You're probably right. But look, they went about 70, 80 minutes at Anfield with 10 men and managed to keep a clean sheet. So, they're one of those teams where anything can happen with them.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What have we got now?
Liverpool, Palace, Liverpool.
Palace, Liverpool. Yeah.
Selhurst Park.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'll keep it short. I think Liverpool win this one again. Quite comfortably. Last time they played Palace last year, I think they won like 7-0 or something like that. They had an absolute field day out there, but I'm not expecting the same sort of result there, of course. But I think it'll be probably another 2 or 3-0, something like that. It'll come late in the first and then middle to late in the second as well. I see a Liverpool win there.
It's a shame Liverpool don't have Sadio Mane. Because Palace are his lucky team.
Yep.
I'm not sure if the streak is still ongoing. But is it 7, 8, 9 games, something like that
in a row
that he scored against Palace? Okay. Yeah, it's some unreal streak. Yeah. And it's a shame they're missing him. But Liverpool just gonna have too much. Ox out as well. They're gonna have to find another replacement or the next man in.
Yep.
I think it's too early for Harvey Elliott to come back.
Yeah, he's only just returned to the first team training, so
he's in full team training at the moment. But Yeah, look, this can have too much. I'm going to say back-to-back 3-0 wins.
Yep. No, that's cool. Yeah, I like the sound of that. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Got another clean sheet.
Another clean sheet. Yeah. Of course. Definitely.
Not going to turn your nose up at that.
No, of course not. Second to last, Leicester Brighton on the last game on a Sunday.
Yep.
That one could go either way. What do you reckon?
Yeah, Brighton, they're a tough one to pick. And I mean, we don't have a whole lot to go off with Leicester either.
Yeah.
Because they're going into this game tomorrow morning, having not played this year.
Yep.
And we're almost 3 weeks into this year in the league.
Unheard of at this time of the year, typically.
Yeah. Fixture cancellations, postponements, all of the like. They sort of put a bit of a roadblock in their season.
Yeah.
But Brighton haven't been pushovers by any means.
No.
At all. I can see a draw here. I'm gonna go a 1-1 draw, I'd say. I think they're quite going into the season. I would have said Leicester.
Yeah.
Probably the stronger team, but I feel like they're quite evenly matched at this point.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That's a fair point to make. Brighton were flying pretty high at the start of the season, but they've sort of come back down to reality, haven't they? As I think where most people would expect them to sit, but that's by no means are they a bad side.
No, not at all. They're a comfortable mid-table team.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I think I agree with what you're saying there. Where them and Leicester are probably about on par at the moment. But I'm gonna go a 1-0 win for Brighton in that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Could see that as a little bit of an upset, I suppose, because it is Leicester at the end of the day.
I could definitely see that happening. Yeah.
It'd be nice to see someone else. Maybe Brighton in that fixture. You would typically tip Leicester in this scenario, but
there's a lot to like about Brighton. I don't. Yeah, they're a good team. They're one of those plucky teams. Yeah, but they've got enough talent there.
Yeah,
guys like Trossard, he's been quite good again this season.
Yep.
I think they've got enough there.
Yeah. Yep, for sure, mate. Last game of the week. Well, of this match day would be Monday morning, Chelsea Spurs.
Oof.
It's a nice London derby there for you.
It is. What do you?
It's typically a bit of a fiery affair in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we're talking about Chelsea's form at the moment. It's really nothing to rave home about, but
it's not.
I think their record against Spurs is pretty good.
Yeah,
as a whole.
I don't think Spurs' top 6 record as a whole isn't exactly flash.
No.
So you generally they're obviously at the lower end of that scale. If you want to put them there, top 6. Whether you put Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United. Yeah. Whether you got to drop one of them.
Yeah.
But I think Chelsea. I think they're gonna have too much here.
Yep.
I'm gonna go 1-0.
Yeah, I think it'll be a low-scoring affair.
It'll be a cagey game.
Yeah,
cagey affair.
They're two teams that play very similar. Both managers have the same sort of style play. So, we're talking, that 3 or 5 at the back, catch on the counter attack sort of thing. But I believe Chelsea are probably the better team at that. And overall, Chelsea's squad is definitely stronger. But
I think Chelsea will really control the midfield game.
Yeah.
I think Kovacic and Kante, N'Golo Kante. I just think they're going to have too much quality in that midfield.
Yeah.
And remains to be seen Jorginho, he was on the bench.
He was on the bench
against City, which was quite strange, I thought.
Yeah, look, it was. I think it came down to the way that Tuchel wanted to play that game, he said it in a
Mhm.
pre-game interview that Kovacic and Kante are a lot more direct with the ball.
Okay.
So he wanted
Yep.
them to obviously pick up the ball and run at players,
Mhm.
which
Yeah, I
didn't quite
suppose.
work
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yep.
To get
That
out, I
makes a lot of
suppose, to get
sense.
out of that City press didn't work to the best of the ability it probably
No,
could have.
well,
But
Kovacic almost coughed up a beautiful. Well, Grealish should have buried it.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
That was on a plate for Grealish, and it was probably more down to Kepa.
Oh, it was a great save.
It was a great save. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought that was done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And when I saw that dribble wide, I thought, "You're kidding me." How'd you do that?
Yeah. No, that was a good save, and at that point 0-0 and relatively early in the first half, I think it was. So
It was, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, I could honestly flip a coin on this one and choose, but I'll just say Chelsea. I'll say a Chelsea 1-0 as well. I think we'll see changes in the Chelsea side this year. This week.
Yeah.
A couple of players in there, especially off the performance of City, and obviously dependent on how they go. I know they're not playing on Thursday, but dependent on obviously the result from against Brighton. I think we'll see some changes in there. So yeah, I'll go Chelsea 1-0 as well, I reckon.
Consensus pick.
Very good.
There you go.
Very good. Very good. All right. So we'll move on to the new segment, and we'll try and make this a regular occurrence, I reckon. We'll both pick a team of the week or the match week that we cover. Of course, you're welcome. Feel free to put in yours in comments, or just thoughts in general on ours, I suppose. These are opinions at the end of the day. These aren't official anythings. So, but it'd just be a little interesting to see who picks who in what positions and stuff like that. So,
And what similar patterns and trends are we seeing?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Do you want to kick it off, TB? You're not BT.
I am TB.
You are TB.
Look, in goals, I've got Jose Sarr.
Okay.
He's Southampton had 10 shots on goal, and they only scored 1. So
yeah,
I mean, you can credit. I mean, they've credit to Southampton. They took it to them, but it was a huge defensive. I know I bang on about Wolves and their defense, but it just the proof is in the pudding. It's right there.
Yeah, for sure.
They've managed trying to get away with conceding 1. It was great, and Sarr is probably the chief in making that happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gets my pick.
Yep. Okay. And what would you go for a back 4?
Back 4.
Or a back 3 if you chose a back 3?
I did choose a back 4.
Okay.
Forgive my Liverpool bias here, but I have gone for Robertson as a left back. Clean sheet, assist. What more do you want from a left back?
Yep.
I mean, yes, it was Brentford, but I mean, it's still on any given day, you're taking that as a defender.
Yeah, for sure.
One of my centre back positions, I've got Aymeric Laporte. Sorry, Laporte.
Yep.
Yeah, City just bossed that game in terms of defense. Chelsea just didn't know what to do, and when they come at them, they were a bit scared, thrown out of position.
Yep.
And I think he led them pretty well down there. You could have thrown John Stones. You could have thrown Laporte.
Yeah.
They were both pretty good.
Yep.
I've gone with Connor Cody down the back as well, joining him. Part of that Wolves defense.
Yep.
That I did mention I had a few Wolves players. I'm not done yet.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. I know I'm big on Wolves, but yeah, gonna have to just bear with me.
Yeah.
And again, forgive my Liverpool bias, I've got Alexander Arnold. He was huge. He's still got that creative spark. He's 10 assists for the year.
Overtaken Salah now.
Yeah, and he keeps breaking his own record every year.
Yep.
Sets the record for defender assists. It was 12, it's 13. And we've got how many games left this year? 17, I think.
There's still a few out there for sure.
Yeah, and he's 3 short of the record and 4 from breaking. So
yeah,
I mean, it's good. You'd bet on him passing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Barring injury.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, definitely. Have you gone with a midfield 3 or have you gone with a 4?
Midfield 3. I've gone with the conventional 4-3-3.
Yep.
In midfield, I've gone Philippe Coutinho. He was instrumental in that comeback.
Yeah. The
goal, of course, but the assist, as I talked about earlier, just that little amazing run, the little 1-2s. It was a thing of beauty. It was just trademark Coutinho. It was awesome to see.
Yep.
Moving on, I got Kevin De Bruyne. I think he was, again, sort of the goal, put a bit of a gloss on probably what was a good game.
Yeah.
But I like it got him to that next. It was a beautiful goal.
Yeah, it was.
He picked that up from midfield.
Yeah.
And put it around the corner. I did see a bit of footage with Kepa, and he was kind of caught.
Yeah, I did. It was almost like he was moving to the right. Yeah.
It was odd. Like, unless he put it through, I'm not sure who was defending there. But unless he put it through his legs, it was a bit. He was only ever going to go one way.
Yeah.
So it was a bit odd, but full credit. He put it where he needed to.
Yeah.
But he was great throughout the game.
Yeah, he was.
As we've come to expect with De Bruyne, that's not his ceiling. But it was a great game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And rounding out the midfield, I have Bruno Fernandes. 2 goals from midfield. Hard to turn that down.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, I don't know where United would have been.
Yeah.
I think it's only for his brilliance that they got a point out of the game.
Yeah. Yep.
And when I first saw the score, I was thinking, oh yeah, how many penalties has Fernandes got? 2 open play goals. I was quite surprised. So it was good to see.
Yeah. Yep. Very good. What have we got? Forward line. Rounding off the team with a front 3.
Front 3. Strikers hard to come by this week. It was a strange week. It was really hard to pick forward line. There were a couple that floated through, but they all just felt like the same player, and it was I've gone for an unconventional front 3.
Okay,
but just to reflect the better players of the match week. My last Wolves player, I've got Adama Traore in there.
Okay. Yep.
Obviously not his best game, but good to see him back on the score sheet. Not much more to add there.
He did grab the last one, which was obviously the icing on the cake. So that was definitely the sealer at 3-1. So
yeah. Jared Bowen, I've got in there again. Probably should have scored more than the one he did. That last second attempt, I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. I'm not sure if it took a deflection or something, but he's put it on his chest and bundled it over when he should have just put his head on it.
Yeah.
Easier said than done. I wouldn't have got a hand to it if that was me.
No.
But look, that's what they get paid the megabucks for. And the easiest pick this week, and I'm sure he's going to be in your team, Jack Harrison.
I think this one's a bit of a no-brainer. I think he would be in everyone's team of the week.
It has to be. It has to be. But yeah, when you score a hat-trick, when you only had 1 goal to your name before the season, before that game started, you're in. You're a walk-up star. So that is my team of the week.
Yeah. No, interesting.
How are you looking?
Look, there's definitely some similarities in there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Jose Sarr as well. Look, you said it, 10 shots on target, 9 saves. The only other shot on target was a goal. 7 of those 9 saves came from inside the box. So
Oh wow, yeah,
he was definitely influential in keeping those 3 points for Wolves. You think about it, I mean, you even put in 1 or 2 of those goals, and that completely changes the result.
Yeah, and you'd still look at that performance and think, well, there's 7 saves there.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not an awful day's work, even though you let 3 in. That's, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I 100% agree with you there. My back 4, only actually the one similarity. I've gone João Cancelo, Joel Matip, Connor Cody, and Aaron Cresswell in mine.
Okay. I was looking at Cancelo, so yeah, I agree with you there.
I mean, same reason as Robbo. Obviously got the assist, clean sheet as well. What more can you ask for? He won 100% of his aerial duels. He's a big part of City's team. So and I was trying not to be Liverpool biased, I must admit. But I even just comparing Cancelo and Robbo's performances, I actually think Cancelo probably had a better performance against a better opposition in Chelsea rather than Brentford. So that's why he went in for me.
Yeah, agreed.
But I have put Joel Matip in the team. It's clean sheet, which is obviously key. 72 passes, which was the 5th most passes in the Liverpool team. Liverpool's defenders get a centre half see a lot of the ball anyway, the way they play. But he hit an 89% pass accuracy, and I know, look, at most of the time it's either to his left at Van Dijk or to the right to Trent. But he's still
Matip
key.
loves a run, so
he does love a run.
I didn't see every single one of those passes, but I guarantee there were a few there that were.
Yeah. He can definitely split the lines if need be. So, he's in there, and he won 8 out of 12 duels. So he was pretty big there for sure. Connor Cody, of course, got the goal. No clean sheet for him, but he got the goal. That in its own right is probably enough to put him in the team as a centre half. So Aaron Cresswell, similar reasons to Cancelo. Got the assists. He created 2 big chances. He won 100% of his tackles. He's completed 100% of his take-ons and won 100% of his aerial duels. So he had a pretty strong performance. Obviously on the left, but I've got him on the right here. But yeah, that's my back 4 and keeper. So we've got 2 of the same there. There.
No, and I agree with your picks. I think they're good picks. Yeah,
but it definitely could have, you could easily have put Robbo. You could have easily put Trent in there. I tried to go for someone different.
No, I like it.
My midfield 3 it consists of De Bruyne, Bruno, and Fabinho.
I was definitely looking at that pick.
Yeah. De Bruyne got the winner, got the man of the match. Obviously, that game was a big result in the grand scheme of things. He had his he would have had to win the battle with. It would have all been about De Bruyne versus Kante in the middle. I think it's pretty safe to say De Bruyne came out on top of that one. So I think he's a sure in the side. Same goes for Fernandes. 2 goals, like you said. Without those 2 goals, where would United have been in that game?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So he's an easy one. Fabinho as well. Got a goal. That's his third goal in 3 games, I believe.
He's on a bit of a tear, and it's coming at a beautiful time because Liverpool obviously not really getting a whole lot of goals from their front 3.
Yep,
they need to find them somewhere else, and
absolutely,
he's the man. He's stepping up. He's doing his part in defensive midfield, but he's stepping up with goals, and you love to see it.
Yep. He had a 91% pass accuracy. Got a clean sheet, which obviously as a defensive midfielder is important as well. Obviously got a goal and to keep the clean sheet. Sort of
he's
doing
filling
the best.
Every stat line there.
He is. He's doing the best of both worlds there.
Yeah, as far as he's concerned.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Just about it. All you want.
Yep, definitely. To round it off, my front 3 consists of Jack Harrison, Coutinho, who I am playing as a winger in this team, and Adam Adea from Norwich.
Yeah, I like that pick.
I 100% agree with what you said this week for strikers in particular, even wingers, to be honest. But any sort of attacking player, bar Jack Harrison is a tough pick. Not a lot of goals came from the forward line this week. A lot of midfield goals. So, I mean, Jack Harrison, hat trick. He had 4 shots, 3 of them were on target. The one that was off target came from outside the box, came from outside the 18-yard box, pretty much on the corner of it. So, was it just a hit and hope? I don't know. Yeah. So to convert 3 from 3 is pretty good for himself. That'll give himself a world of confidence. I am putting Coutinho as a winger in this for this team of the week, only because I think that's when he came on. That's where that was his role.
He's a little bit more advanced, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, he did get subbed on. Forgive me, I can't remember the guy's name, but he did come on for a midfielder. But he would have been told to push forward. So
bit of a switcheroo, and
a little bit of a change of formation or something like that.
Attacking position,
definitely. I thought that the first goal did go down as an assist for him, but it doesn't look like it did. But it was all his own work.
For all the world, it looks like it looked like it went straight to Ramsey, took a touch, and then put it in.
Yeah, but it was all Coutinho's work, picking up the ball, driving into the box. So, look, it's as close as it's going to get to an assist without actually registering as an official assist.
Exactly.
He was on the park for 20 minutes, and he changed the game as soon as he came on. He only made 6 passes all game from coming off the bench. So to say he had an impact with minimal touches on the ball
is an understatement.
And it really proves that he is a real class player.
Yeah,
be it on off the bench or in the 11. I think we'll see him in the 11 relatively soon. But my last pick, Adam Adea, this was it was a tough one. It was a tough one, but inevitably what helped me pick him was that it was the second goal in a real crucial win for him. It was a nice finish as well. Nice play from Norwich all round to nip the ball in the defence and run it down the other end for a nice goal. But tough pick. Some tough picks overall. It definitely wasn't an easy week to pick a team of the week. I'm sure you'd agree.
It definitely wasn't. Yeah. There's a couple of other guys I could have put in. I thought Sterling was quite good for City.
Yeah. Sterling was quite good, obviously, given no goals or assists, but he definitely was dangerous.
Yeah.
Sure.
Rafinha was also. It was Traore or Rafinha for me.
Yeah.
And
I tossed
seeing
up
as Traore got on the score sheet, I think you give him the nod. But both had a huge influence.
Yeah, for sure. Game. Yeah, definitely. So but that's my team. I mean, who knows? Maybe next week might be a little bit easier.
Hopefully. He's hoping.
Yeah, he is hoping. Yeah. Look, I mean, it's good. It's good to not have the exact same team as each other. But it's everyone sees the game differently. I'm sure people watching will have different opinions on certain players as well. But
that's the beauty of it.
It is for sure. I think that just about wraps us up. TB?
I think it does. I think we've hit our end.
We have
for this podcast.
Yep. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll be back again next week to do pretty much the same thing. We'll
can't wait for it.
Can't wait for it. Hopefully you can as well. Stay tuned. There's a lot more coming. So thanks guys. We'll see you then.
Thanks. See you guys.